Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. You join me on a special video. I'm not in the fab shop, I'm not welding pipe. I am actually out and about doing some mobile welding for my own business. So this job today was a quick one. It was basically repairing crash damage on a Honda Civic Type R EP3. This whole front corner was crushed in. I'm sure there was other damage of parts that's been replaced, but the client basically wanted this part here to be a replacement part to be welded on. So they done me a solid one. They cut out the old crash damage section, which perfectly matches the replacement section that's going in, which saved me a world of time. All I had to do was straighten out a certain piece, clean up. They even cleaned up. I cleaned up just the most minimal amount of stuff. So yeah, happy days. What you're going to see in this video, me doing a lot of spraying of primer. So there's two jobs I'm showing in this video. This job here and another job I've done later on in the day. And yeah, I spray primer. I try to do as good of a job as possible, you know, to try stop things rusting. So yeah, I got weld through spray primer. Cost about £25 for a container, so really expensive. What you're seeing me doing now is just it's all lined up. I'm just tacking it together, making sure everything's good. The replacement part had basically bolts that connect it to the car itself, so locating it wasn't an issue. Everything just fit nicely, which goes to show that the crash, you know, didn't damage too much stuff. So the kit that I've got, the respirator I'm wearing is called a Optral Swiss Air. So that's just a filtered powered respirator. And the welder machine that I'm using, there's a review coming of it shortly. It's a Kemppi, a single phase pulse MIG welder from Kemppi. So that's what I'm using in this video here. Same with the last video, and even later on in the day, using up the Kemppi. I try to use it as much as possible. You know, you're not going to want to stick weld this, and also you don't want to TIG weld this, so stick is the way it goes. The welding mask is just a standard speed glass 9100, I think. You know, it's an old one. I did have the G502 curved one, but the screen actually cracked a long time ago, so it's just been sitting there. A really expensive cracked screen not working. So in this video there really isn't much to it. You know, I do a high powered spot weld. You know, it penetrates all the way through it. I'm using 0.8mm wire. Nothing too special. It's all welded up already. I clean it up, not fully. You know, you can still see that there's a weld there. I don't want to grind all the weld away and just have it being thin, because these grinders they're too powerful for these thin materials. So what you'd find, by the time you shave down the weld, which is usually a harder material than the material that you're welding it onto, you thin out the metal too much. So yeah, I left it a little bit proud for a little bit of strength. And here's me driving to the next job. So this job here, this is my second visit. Basically the first visit was a bit of reinforcement and changing out the rear section of the I think the rear boot panel and stuff like that. I cut out the spot welds and replaced it. And this time now the customer had done some work on it, taking off some damaged rusty jacking points, and he wants these holes filled in. When I first quoted this job, you know, fortunately, when I first quoted this job, I did definitely underprice, and fortunately he was an understanding customer, so there wasn't enough time in the day to get everything done anyway. So yeah, I came back and yeah, just put some plates over here. These are some, I think, 1mm galvanized steel plates to fill up the hole. And then you're gonna see a little bit later, I put two jacking points either side on it. It was a little fiddly job. So he done a lot of the work, which was cutting out the old piece, which was just rusty It had a previous weld on it, a previous repair that didn't hold. But yeah, it was just rusty. It would have took me so long to do this, because this still took a couple hours to get sorted. One thing I'm learning as I'm doing more mobile jobs is time management. There really is not enough time in the job. Because the first job I went to, I got there for about 9 in the morning, and that was still 2 hours away from my house. And then driving home, this was on the way home, which, you know, was a benefit. So this was still an hour from my house as well. So by the time you get home, it's just like the end of the day. So yeah, I'm trying to not rush to get the job done, but you have to be conscious that every job that you do, really and truly, you have to start and finish in a day, unless specified to the customer that is, you know, it's more than a day's job. So yeah, I drilled through this piece, put some spot welds on it, you know, so it can seal itself to the car, and that's just a reinforcement piece to be able to jack up the vehicle. I grind the spot welds off after, not all the way. Again, the grinders that I use are just so powerful that I'll just be gouging into the material. So, you know, I take off as much of it as you know, reasonable, without it being an eyesore, and I spray over it with a bit of primer, you know, just to do like a nice job. That's my job done. It's not going to rust. You know, a bit of surface rust the next day wouldn't be nice. So my job is done there. This side is getting wrapped up. I'll be moving over to the other side. It had a much bigger hole on the other side, and also on the inside of the car, there's all sealer and sound deadening materials. It's dangerous welding cars, because you're one step away from having a fire. So I had one of the garage people was inside the vehicle as I was welding, you know, just watching out to make sure no stray sparks would shoot off and land on the seat, and the next thing you know, there's a fire. That's why you got liability insurance and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this side here was a lot bigger. Yeah, just cut out the old rusty section. As you can see, the tools that I'm using, they are fine tools. They will be linked in the description. They are my they're basically a sponsor of me, so really helpful with the tools, and they're really good tools in the first place as well. So you can check out the description, you know, if you want to take a look at them. Again, this here is just a bunch of spot welding on that galvanized plate, filling up the hole. They are later on going to, you know, seal on the inside with, you know, tiger sealer and all that sort of stuff, you know, just to give it extra protection. Little wire wheel off, spray with I spray it with weld through primer, you know, just so it gets a protection coating, and then I can weld over it on top. These pieces, they didn't fit perfect. They are, obviously, they're not OEM parts, so there's a bunch of hammering and fiddliness that you have to deal with them. It weren't too bad. Well, I guess the video's wrapping up now. So yeah, this was a previous repair that I'd done, you know, a bit of bracing on the vehicle. And then here was the nightmare. This is what I'm saying, I didn't sign up to do this. I'm doing car restoration. So yeah, in future I probably wouldn't do this again. It's not what I do. But yeah, with that being said, the video is going to be wrapping up. Thank you for watching, and I look at my van in the background getting serviced. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you lot in the next video.